Hey, what's going on, everyone? Romeo here, a fellow Spanish language learner. In this quick video, I want to give you permission to take charge of your own learning when you're speaking to someone that you may not understand when they're speaking Spanish and you're trying to understand them and speak Spanish with them. The backstory to this is that this past weekend, I was in Cartagena, Colombia, spending time with friends. And I went to a local store where I had to go to the counter and ask someone if they had a certain thing that I was looking for. And as soon as I went to the counter, the gentleman on the other side of the counter, who was a native Spanish speaker, said the following. And they said it very fast. So if you can understand me, just imagine that they said it 10 times faster. He said, Buenos días, bienvenidos a Cruz Verde, ¿en qué le puedo ayudar? But imagine someone who says the same thing to every client every day for the last 3 years. They're going to say it super fast. And so if you get to that situation and you hear that person say that and you don't understand it, like, there's two things you can do. You can either say, hey, could you repeat what you said? Or you could just ignore it and then not take the opportunity to try to figure out what was said. And so usually what I do, I don't have a problem telling someone to slow down. And in fact, the way I do it is I always, if there's something I don't understand, I would tell a person in some type of jokingly way. I'll say, whoa, wait a minute. That was way too fast for me. Can you please say that again? And of course, I normally get some type of look. They will assess of whether or not I'm joking, and then they don't have a problem actually repeating what they said. And when I did it in this situation, of course, he said it much slower. Buenos días, bienvenidos a Cruz Verde, ¿en qué le puedo ayudar? And so, boom, now I know how to have the conversation with him and I could continue asking what I want. So the point of me sharing that story is when you encounter Spanish speakers, like, they may not know that you're someone that's trying to learn Spanish. Like, they're going to immediately assume that you already know the language. And so as a Spanish language learner, you have to take the opportunity to fend for yourself, so to speak, because if you don't do it, the person that you're talking to in Spanish, certainly will not do it. Like, they don't know what you know or don't know. So here are a few things that I did over this past weekend to slow people down so that I can understand them better, so that I can engage more in the conversation. Like I said, the first thing that I normally say is, hey, that's way too fast. Can you please slow down and repeat what you said? And usually no one has a problem doing that. And then you can go into the conversation with that person. Another thing that you could say along those same lines is, because sometimes people do get agitated that you don't understand them. Like, you can really just try to force the issue, but politely, and just say, hey, I'm sorry. Could you please say what you were saying to me? I didn't understand what you were trying to say to me. Can you please say it again? And then eventually, all right, the conversation could continue and you may or may not understand what they're saying still. So I don't care. I'm someone that want to take advantage of any opportunity that I have to, like, learn and become a better Spanish conversationalist. So if there's something I come across and I think is important to have the conversation with someone, I also don't have a problem saying, look, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Could you please explain it another way? Of course, I say that in Spanish. And some people will not like to do that. But if you force the issue and do so politely, then you know what? Eventually they will. They'll explain it a different way. Or another way you could say that is, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that word. I don't know that word. Can you use another word to describe it? And the point there is that as you are learning the language, there are going to be some words that you come across that you know. And because Spanish is so regional, there's going to be some words that you come across that you're not going to know. So it's important to kind of get a feel for all of the language whenever you have the opportunity to do so. So that's really all I wanted to share in this quick video. I wanted to give you permission to just ask questions and take charge of your conversation so that you can be a better learner and a better conversationalist as you continue on in your Spanish language learning journey. I know this was short and sweet, But hopefully you had some type of takeaway from this video. This all goes into a bigger picture of having confidence in the language. And so if you could do that, you can increase your confidence. And when you increase your confidence, of course, you won't have a problem like continuing on in the language. And that's my goal for you, is to have you show up every day. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give this video a like. And if you know someone who's studying Spanish and they struggle with this issue, just shoot them this video and let them hear this message. Until the next video, of course, good luck on reaching your own level of Spanish fluency, whatever that level of fluency is for you. Peace.